3 feet deep, bud.
Um, what's up, everyone? It's Morgan. It's been a minute since I made a video, but I thought I should make it today. Well, I didn't want to make a video because I felt like there weren't that many changes that were happening, so that's why I kind of stalled in making a video. So today I took the liberty to do it. I'm now 5 months and 5 days on testosterone. It's been a long journey for me, I guess, because like it's just so it's just sometimes it feels like you're not going anywhere, but sometimes you optimistic and you just keeping that positive mindset about everything. Yeah, I guess. Sorry guys, I'm tired. I just woke up and I'm gonna get ready to go to work. I'm working night shift. Funny enough, I always get time to make videos whenever I'm working night shift. So what I can say, or things that I've noticed, that things I like my voice. I think my voice has gone down a bit. I might be wrong, but I think it has. I have a bit of hair like on my chin. I got a bit of hair, and just under here, I got a bit of hair as well. I got a bit of a mustache line. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got it there, like going on, and also like my side patches are not that bad as well. I can kind of like see where my beard and everything is gonna go, like, so I'm cool with that. I decided to cut my hair because it's a hot season in South Africa now, so it gets like very very hot. So I decided to just cut my hair and have short hair. I need to go to that barber again to cut it because it has grown now. My eyebrows have gone a bit thicker. My nose has gone a bit bigger. My face structure has changed. I don't want to compare now. I just feel like I just feel like I'm gonna compare at 6 months or maybe like in a year, where I start comparing my pics, taking them and putting them together, and so that I can see the difference. Body wise, like I have seen a bit of muscle. Although I've slacked like when it comes to gym, you know, because shucks, because I've been feeling a bit depressed, and I had like a lot of anxiety, and I was finding a lot of comfort in food, so I kind of fell off my gym wagon. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like when it comes to that, I'm not very far with it, but it's okay. I'll find comfort and get into a comfortable spot and get back to my gym routine, because I know that I want to get there. It's just that I need to get that motivation again to actually go back to gym. So yeah. What else? I guess everything else is still the same. It's just a whole lot of emotions have. So I just need to find a comfortable position. A lot, like emotionally, it feels different. Like I feel like I've gotten to a point where a lot of things that used to bother me, they don't bother me anymore. Like I used to be so sensitive about things, but now it's like, okay, cool, whatever. If that's what you choose to do, you choose to do that, and I'm cool with that. Do you know what I mean? And honest truth is, I'm trying to get back to a point where I'm kind of like in touch, or back to the way I used to feel before, because I kind of miss that sensitive part of me that I used to get so fragile about things, you know. I never really wanted to be the kind of man that okay, just because I'm a man I'm not allowed to cry now. Just because I'm a man I don't kinda like give a fuck now. Do you know what I mean? Excuse my French, but I just don't wanna be at that point. I wanna be um the kind of the same person that I was. It's just that now I'm in a body that feels more comfortable to me, and in a space where I feel more comfortable. So I'm hoping that um, gradually that's gonna come back. Because I've seen that it's actually taking its all as well on my partner. Because sometimes when you're not as sensitive as you used to be before, that part of a relationship kind of like shifts, because now you're more like this very strong person and everything. But I'm hoping that like my partner is very supportive, even though sometimes she can be supportive, but it's still one of those things where it becomes a very lonely journey. And when you kind of explain to people that it is lonely and you feel like nobody understands it. But it's okay. I guess it's okay. Things that have changed as well is that I now have to wear my spectacles 24/7 because my eyesight. I had a bit of a problem with my eyesight, but I could get away with it. But now I feel I could get away with it. Now I feel that it's gone very, very strong. Like I need to, for me to actually see that when I'm watching whatever channel, for me to see the wording, the names, and everything, I have to have them on. So that's why I wear them now. Like, well, my sisters say I'm four eyes now, but anyways, so that's it. What else has changed? Shucks. What else has changed? I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's it. I think the one thing though that I wish I could have, that I feel sometimes really, really weighs me down, is I have a lot of dysphoria, and that causes a lot of anxiety and depression. But then again, I always hold on because I feel like the guys who were on T, those who are fortunate enough financially, are able to do their top surgeries even prior to taking their testosterone, or maybe like 2 months down the line they can. But if financially you're not that stable and you kind of like don't have groups that can assist you to kind of like um donate money or raise funds with you, it kind of becomes a bit difficult. Our system here in South Africa is not as strong as the system in all the other countries, like when it comes to support, even public health or public hospitals supporting trans guys. For them it's still a taboo, or to some it's not. It's an African. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just a whole lot of shit that's associated with it. So which kind of causes a lot of trans guys to not have their top surgery unless they can raise money to have it privately. And raising money here is like, oh, every man is for himself. Do you know what I mean? There's not that that support that other guys have in other states or in other countries, that okay, we'll support this person at this current moment, and then after this person is done, it's this person. We don't have that here. Like, it's I personally feel like it's just every man for himself. And sometimes even with that, you find like it sometimes that on its own is demotivating, because already you're facing society that says you are an African, because you kind of like um you changing yourself to be a man, and it's not what God, if God wanted you to be a man. Do you know what I mean? Like, they come with this old bullshit, this whole Java Java shit that they come with. And then on another side, you kind of find that there's now a community, but it feels like it's exclusive. Do you know what I mean? Like, personally, like, this is personally for me, I feel like there's a lot of um, um, it's so exclusive. It's like, oh, these people are allowed to be trans enough, or they more certified as trans than the other guys. And I feel like, well, whatever, I'm shit, I'm getting into like politics and shit. But anyways, personally, I'm not the kind that will go and hang. But although I do have trans friends, I tend to spend a lot of time with my partner, because we do everything together. And it's just because I'm avoiding this whole politics shit. So in my head, while I'm still trying to kind of gather myself as to how am I gonna go about to kind of raise money for my top surgery? I don't know. Like, I see in the States they even have ways to kind of like assist guys to get free binders. Do you know what I mean? To say, oh, actually, this I know Aiden. I know he does, because I follow him on his page on YouTube and Instagram. He does donations for binders and stuff. Like, for you to get a binder here, uh, you have to pay about 250 rands, and for somebody who's not working, that's a lot of money to pay. Do you know what I mean? The same people that we support and buy binders from will never say, actually, there's a brother somewhere in the slums, or there's a brother somewhere who can't afford a binder. Let me locate at least 5 people and donate those binders. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but you donating it means you, as much as the community is supporting you as a person who's providing these binders, you also looking at the people who can't afford to buy your product, and you're saying, I know how it feels to be trans, and I know how separated or how excluded you are from the public, from the community, from everything. At least let me support you in giving you or sharing with you what I can, for you to feel more certified about yourself. Because a lot of times, like, you can have your tea, but if and you look and your change and everything, and and your structure, everything changes. Your facial hair, your face structure, everything, do you know what I mean, resembles a man. But if you just go around and you can't afford a binder, you have this chest, people are gonna get confused. And that is the most depressing thing for a trans guy, is when people confuse you to say, are you a man, are you a woman? Do you know what I mean? It's so painful. But anyways, like, yeah, like, I can go on and go on and go on. That's just it. So right now I'm just gonna get ready and go to work and knock off at 10. I have a live show today that I need to do. Yeah, it's just so weird. Like, it is so weird how how this whole shit is so exclusive, bruh. It's so amazing. And when you look at it from outside, you're thinking, damn, and when those who are privileged to have all this shit, they don't see a problem. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, yeah, that's just me, I guess. But it's okay. I want to go to work. I want to bath now, get ready, go to work, and yeah, just enjoy everything as it comes. I guess when I get to that point where I also feel like shit, I'm so deep in this whole thing. You never know, you end up taking a bank loan that you have to pay for over fucking 5 years, paying like a lump sum of money. But just to have that top surgery, like, it means the world. Do you know what I mean? It really, really means the world. And I feel like I'm slowly getting to that point because honestly, my chest um really, really depresses me. And I guess that's why, man, I find a lot of comfort in food. Like, it's not only, when you've gone through this whole thing, I feel like, yes, we do have enough people that talk about how sometimes being on tea can be depressing as well. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the reality of what I'm facing. I'm not saying that happiness is not there. It's there, hardcore. But that fucking depression is also like when it hits you, it comes on so fast that your happiness just falls away. Do you know what I mean? And you just left there, and you're so fucking depressed. And I think that's the reality of it. And all the other trans guys that are coming in and kind of like are gonna start their tea, they should know the reality of it, that this whole shit, you're human at the end of the day. You get your highs and you get your lows. And sometimes when you get your lows, you push yourself to go to your highs, but it's very, very hard. It's not easy. It's even worse now when you try to get to your highs and you look down and you realize, shit, actually, no. I still have this thing that represents the whole female part of me. It's so shitty. But anyways, guys, yeah. Hope everyone is good and everyone is having fun. I see a lot of guys that I followed, or that came before me. I see like they're happy and and then those that came after me, I see they changes as well. And like, it's so cool, man. It's so cool to kind of, and it's so amazing how you kind of like have this community on the internet, but you don't have this community back home. It's so weird. It's so weird how you relate to people who are miles and miles away from you. But when you look at it from kind of like at home, that fucking structure is just not there. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, that's cool. But the one thing that I'm so proud of about my country, or South Africa, is that American preacher or pastor or whatever that he is, um, they they said no to him. I'm watching something on Discovery Channel. They kind of like, he was not allowed to come into South Africa, so that was cool. So for me, I was so proud of my country because I felt like we in solidarity with other countries as well, to say, if this guy says being in an or LGBT community is an abomination, then he shouldn't go to countries where it's actually governed. Do you know what I mean? Where people are allowed to get married, because he's gonna come in here. Although we have the law, but you can never. It's very hard to change people's minds and perceptions. So if you're gonna come in as a preacher, and then you're gonna go and preach at a church filled like with hundreds and thousands of people, and you're gonna say this whole thing is an abomination, even those who are trying to understand and learn about it are now gonna live there with that perception that this whole thing is an abomination because you're a man of God. And that's what God is telling you, apparently. Do you know what I mean? So I was very, very proud of my country to say, he said everything that happened in Orlando is according to God. And then South Africa said, if that's your way of looking at things, you're not coming into our country. So that's so cool. I'm very, very proud about that. Like our minister, I feel like sometimes also as LGBT, when these kind of things happen, it's never ever gonna happen all at once. It's always a step and a step and a step. We should appreciate every little step that happens, and know that something bigger is gonna come, and don't want everything like all at once, because I mean, you know, you're dealing with people, and as much as sometimes because we are the ones in that whole thing, we feel like, why do we have to teach people about us as if we aliens, or we weirdos? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if people don't understand things, you teach them and you make them understand. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Anyways, shit, this video has gone too long. Fuck. Anyways, cool guys. Thanks for watching. Cool. Bye.